So we have a patron here over at Ain't Got a Clue, and that means every time we drop an episode out on our free timeline, we drop a whole extra bonus episode, and you get everything that we put out before anyone else does. If you fancy a little bit of that for the price of a coffee, click the link in the show description and enjoy yourself. And you know what? Here's a little taster of what we do on our Patreon.
Where would you take somebody that's a vegetarian on a date?
I'd probably find like a nice Google vegetarian restaurant. I'd
probably be real with you.
Yeah.
We're going to a pizza place, innit? And I'm having a pizza with meat on it.
Margarita for you? I heard the margarita's nice.
Yeah, there's a mushroom one that bangs still.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Actually, that is so funny.
I could imagine you two. So how's the that one? Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah.
The mozzarella.
Yeah.
Did you get the buffalo mozzarella? Yeah. To be fair though, when you go to a proper, there's a proper. Do you know what? One day I'll take you.
Yeah.
Next time we go for a meal, let's go for a pizza.
Let's go for it.
We'll go. There's a place called La Antica de Michele, Pizzeria La Antica de Michele, and to be fair, the vegetarian pizzas there are the best. Like you just normal margarita, but there is that 4-cheese mushroom pizza, and it's won an award.
Okay.
One, yeah, and it absolutely bangs. But it's a day where you're gonna have to write off like.
I'm gonna have to book some toilet time.
Yeah, and also just not have anything that prior to going there as well, because those pizzas are huge.
That's my kind of date, bruv. That's a mandate and a half. I'm doing that, bruv. You sold.
They've got 2 branches in London. There's one in Soho, and there's one in Baker Street.
Do you know what? Soho has some of my favourite restaurants in London, right? But what upsets me about Soho is the Soho part of it, and it's just the smell of piss between Soho and also Leicester Square. Really does my head in. People piss on and urinate on those streets a lot.
I think like London,
it's the pissiest part.
London. Central, I think like tourists must come to Central London and go, what the fuck is this? I was out the other night, obviously working, gigging and stuff, and it was when Newcastle United fans had taken over Trafalgar Square, and they were all over like Central London, and I was just like, I get it. If you're not from this city, you think this is where you go, and like, but Londoners. I was having this chat, and I saw it recently as well on Twitter floating about that. London's so shit for a night out now.
Do you think?
100%. Where do you like? All right, so you see when you go to like a Manchester or a Leeds or a Liverpool or whatever, everything is situated next to each other. Like as in like the good bars and a good like.
You mean there's like zones? There's areas you go to which have like an ecosystem of bar,
and they're open till late.
Yeah.
They're open till late. Central London. 11 o'clock, most places are shut to eat, you know. Can't get a bite to eat. Very few bars and pubs left. And if they are, they're massively overpriced.
I mean, I do like a night. We've had a night out a few weeks ago, and it wasn't like your usual night out. Yeah, it was like an after party vibe. I do like a night out. As I feel like London has got the way London would work for me when I was a bit younger and I was more about raving was there's a hot spot you go to and it would get too bait and then we'd find a new hot spot.
There's no hot spots like that as well. Like,
are you sure we're not just out of the loop though?
No.
Sure?
Because, by the way, I gigged in Peckham the other day. What the fuck has happened to Peckham? I've gone to Peckham during the day because my management's offices are in Peckham, right? The offices are there. I go there during the day and it's still Peckham in it. Like you still see the butchers and whatever. At night time, Peckham is gentrified to fuck, bruv.
Of course.
And I'm like, is this where? Like, I went into that crowd. There was 2 black people there.
What, a club in the night?
It was a comedy night.
At the comedy night, it was 2 black people.
Yeah, and everybody else was like white.
Right.
And like, it wasn't like, it was like people from Europe. Like it was like, do you know what I mean? It was like proper mixed kind of thing. But you know where people go, Peckham's a black area. It's not a black area anymore, bro. And yeah, I was just shocked in it. It was like, oh shit, you guys are doing what you did to Brixton many years ago. Anyway, I went through the Bussy building and there was all these like little restaurants and little food eateries and stuff. And I was like, fuck me, this place is changing it.
I think once you see the first artisan bakery,
it's fucked.
Once you see like a chain that holds a little bit of like, you said this before, we said this on the pod before, once you see a Gales, you know the area's changed. You know,
you have no chance of owning a property in that area.
Maybe this makes me a bit more hood, but when I see a Costa Coffee, I usually think that that's a chain in it. I'm like, a chain has decided to invest in this area long term.
And I don't like chain coffee shops. You know, I've become bougie.
They dropped an article saying like who had the weakest coffees and stuff.
Caffeine
like
was
that.
near Nero.
No, Starbucks was the lowest.
Was it?
Nero had a kick to it. Nero did all right. I think it was Starbucks was the weakest coffee that you could get out there, scientifically as well.
It tasted worse as well.
Yeah, man.
That's an opinion. That's not fact, by the way.
I like a Pret though. I don't know why. I feel like Pret's got like good to go. All of it's overpriced, bruv. Coffee costs like 20p, innit?
Can I just say?
So that was a little taster of our Patreon. Remember, hit the link in the show description if you want to get involved and join our Clueless clan.